Hey everyone, Cohen here. You ever think about yourself and your own traits? Unexpected from a guy who always talks about nostalgia on this channel, but here we are. Anyways, as I mean by that, I'm talking about how you felt but never giving up and achieving your wins. I'm of course talking about endurance. Has an ability to sustain physical or mental effort of yours to achieve something in life, like me, as I ran in cross country and lost by 3 laps. But hey, I still did it with my legs barely making it. I need to stop talking about myself like that. A good example is the 2018 documentary Finke, There and Back, which was directed by Dylan Ryder and has real people that have been in this ways, like Damon Stokey, Isaac Elliott, I don't know the rest. And it also has a lot of traits of showing of the ways of endurance, like the race itself being a 2-day sport with the true to get there and back. All jokes aside, that's endurance, and that's what we need for today. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this unlike last time. With that out of the way, let's talk about endurance and think there and back. The first scene we're going to be talking about is the scene where people are talking about what the past races were like in the 80s. The people who are talking about this is Geoff Curtis, Rick Hole, Gan Odekert, and Damon Ryan. The first example of endurance is shown for the archival footage, where most of the footage is an old camcorder and the most of it being in a 4:3 aspect ratio with fuzzy lines to make it look like it was from a VHS, despite the fact it was from a VHS. The footage shows previous races racing through the outback and shows us that cars were introduced in 1986. The language of the people are saying to describe what's going on are to describe the bar of a gun and kick gun being used for the bikers to get on their bikes. And even back then, they truly forced themselves to win the race, as it shows. That's what I heard from the movie. Movement is portrayed by one of the people, Gan Odekert, who moves his arms and legs to describe what the bikers were doing in the race. Light is portrayed as the color of the archive footage, which is the sun lighting the bikers as they race. Food is shown through the music, as it is a country aesthetic that fits the beginning of the race well. He affects the audience because of how most of the audience wants to know about how the races 1 decade ago were like. The first reflection is on the archive footage showing us how the bikers get ready, defend each other, and forcing to win is a way endurance is shown throughout the scene. Another scene I chose to show off his endurance is Damon Stokey finishing the race. For those who don't know, Damon was a rider that was a part of this race throughout the filming of the documentary. As he won first place in the race, being his first win, and as well as his last. Because on January 28, 2018, he passed away during a motocross accident. He was 28 years old when he died. Rest in peace. All of this shows just how dangerous the ride is, as he won with a broken hand the entire race. In this scene where he won the race, it shows a bird's eye view of where the camera is up top, behind, and in front of Damon. When he is driving to the finish, another is a medium shot when Damon won. Family members and other people are surrounding him, congratulating his win. The mood is shown for the music, as it is seen to be emotional because Damon stood up stage to graduate his win, and to everyone out in the audience. One of the features was one shot, which is behind people to see Damon get a trophy on stage. And the last one of them is a close-up of everyone holding Damon up in the air as they cheer for him. The effects this has on the audience is that people can see that winning can be emotional and alluring at times. It makes people emotionally happy, and they were also sad that this was Damon's last win, making people sad about it. Which really pulled up his endurance from an incredible amount of stamina. Winning the race helped him out for the traits of endurance. In conclusion, Think There and Back is a good documentary that shows an adventure of a racer's life getting from there to back. With all its astounding traits of endurance, this movie gets an 8 out of 10. And I would recommend the movie for people from my country share and bikers who are interested, but not Americans. They think we're British Texans. That is all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next level. Peace out, mate.
Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked the video, comment, like, and make sure to subscribe. You feel free to unsubscribe at any time. And of all that, see you all in the next level.